Hey everyone, Brew here, and today we're going to talk about the 3 new champions that are coming into the game through the daily login rewards. So as you guys know, once you just sign up for the game, you have daily login rewards that go up to day 180. Once you reach that day, it basically disappears. For me, it has disappeared because I've claimed the maximum rewards. I've got Style of the Drakes. She's in my vault right there. I think she's in the vault at least. But yeah, there she is. She's in the vault at level 60. But after that, there's nothing. But we've been told yesterday that more daily login rewards are coming. So today, the Diamond told us that the new daily login rewards will be coming with patch 2.1, which is expected to be in mid-July. Hopefully, we get it then. So let's see. Hopefully, we get it then. Anyhow, mid-July at best, we get it. And there's going to be 3 new champions. So every single month, for the people who've passed the 180 days mark, we're gonna get a new champion plus a ton of other rewards like energy, spare keys, gems, potions, that the things we're used to so far. Maybe some random sets, you know, those kind of rewards. But the 3 new champions are gonna be very good in terms of helping new players or players who are not spenders and do not have a ton of champions. So from day 210, 240 and 270, we're gonna get more champions, and 270 will actually be a legendary champion. So let's look at the first champion, guys, at day 210. It's gonna be a demon spawn faction, force champion. He's an epic, she's an epic, support type champion. So her stats are gonna be average at best. We don't know the stats exactly, we don't know the name of the champion. So this champion will have an aura, increase ally HP in faction crypts by 30%, and skills, the skill 1 will be a 2-time attack at random, heals all allies by 3% of this champion's HP with each hit on targets under decreased speed debuff. So if you have a champion that already applies decreased speed on an AoE, that's going to be great. This skill that this champion will do will heal her back up, which is great, and also all her other allies by 3%, which is quite good if you've got high HP on this champion. But she's a support champion, so she won't have inherently high HP. We don't know yet, but this is what I'm guessing. But it will sure be great for the faction crypts. So on skill number 2, attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff on the target for 2 turns. There we go, there's a decreased speed debuff. Has a 50% chance of placing 30% decreased speed debuff on all enemies for 2 turns instead if this attack is critical. So get her with critical sets or critical rate gear, so you get that 100% chance to apply the critical rate. She's gonna apply the decreased speed, and then when her A1 comes, or she's maybe you've got a counterattack buffer in there, he buffs her up, and she's gonna help with the A1s to heal up everyone if you're lucky enough to have a counterattack buff champion. And skill 3, the passive, decrease the damage all allies receive by 5%. This champion will receive that damage instead. Okay, this is a new passive, really not that new. We've got this in a mastery for sure. If there are multiple champions in the team with this skill, only one will activate. So it's a nice way to mitigate damage when champions are getting attacked. She's going to be high HP, so she's going to be able to take more hits than your more squishy targets, and going to save them from 5% of that damage taken. It's for all allies, so yeah, she's going to be the weakest one every single time, especially for the clan boss. But you're not going to use her in the clan boss because she's got a decreased speed debuff, and you cannot apply the decreased speed on the clan boss. That's one of the debuffs that cannot be applied on the clan boss. All the other debuffs that are annoying to have actually on the clan boss, like the heal reduction debuff, it's annoying because it basically limits the number of poisons you can have. So guys, day 210 champion overall, a good champion, not a fantastic champion in my opinion. There's so many others that can be better in terms of, you know, dungeon progression, especially Sile, because you get her at day 180. So yeah, let's go and look at the day 240 champion. So this one again is an epic champion. This one's an ogryn tribes. Always, guys, I want to comment that the way that the champions are designed are very cool. Anyhow, yeah, ogryn tribes affinity, his spirit, defensive type champion, so high defense, again with an ally defense, faction crypts, aura. So skill number 1, guys, attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing a leech debuff on the target for 2 turns before attacking. Fantastic skill, I would say. I really like the leech debuff after the change. There's many videos on it already from other content creators how good this leech debuff is in terms of healing your team and not requiring actually a lifesteal set. Fantastic. And skill number 2, attacks all enemies has a 60% chance of placing a 50% decreased attack debuff or a 30% decreased critical damage debuff for 2 turns. Yeah, very good skill in terms of limiting the damage that enemies do to you. Either one or the other are gonna help you progress through the dungeons for sure. Fantastic skill. I think this champion already is great. Defensive champion, has an AoE attack that applies a decreased attack debuff. There's not many champions that do that, and this one's going to be a free one, so fantastic way for players who've been playing for so long and have difficulties in progressing. Of course, if you're not a spender, you're going to have more difficulty than spenders in progressing. You won't have the shards to open. So fantastic addition, I think, from Plarium to the players as a free champion. And yeah, will definitely help your progression in the ogryn tribes, but also, you know, every single dungeon. Well, not the spider. Yeah, not the spider. Every single other dungeon. And okay, maybe not maybe not the Fire Knight, because the Fire Knight you need a multi-hitter usually, so it's gonna help in the waves. And its spirit. Anyway, skill number 3, attacks all enemies, plays a 50% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's always great to have. Places an additional 7.5% continuous heal buff on all allies for 1 turn if at least one enemy is hit with a critical hit. Yeah, great. So if you've got some critical rate on this champion, once he crits, he's gonna actually apply 2 heal buffs on everyone. One's gonna be the stronger version and one's gonna be the weaker version. Fantastic way to heal up every single champion. There's not many champions that give you so many heal buffs, so some extra crit is always going to help with this champion. I think overall this one's way better than the previous one. Just through the leech, he gives healing back to the team. Then we've got decreased attack debuff, so your team can you know, attack the leech debuff target, get some health back. The debuff target will also have probably a decreased attack debuff on them or a decreased critical damage debuff on them, so he's gonna be doing less damage to your team. Great way to progress always. Let's look at the final champion, guys. This one's gonna be a legendary, the day 270 champion, Dark Elves Affinity Void champion. This one is gonna be a legendary, as I said, defensive type. Always great to have defensive champions in your vault arsenal, whatever you want to call it. Increases ally defense in faction crypts again by 37%. So guys, by day 270, it means by 90 more days. So once those 90 days are actually over, I think it's when the champion will come out, which is deemed to be from faction wars. So I think there's a connection here. Every single one of these 3 champions helps with the faction crypts. These 3 faction crypts might be difficult for everyone, so each one of them might help you progress through. Just have that in mind when you get them, so do not feed them. They might be really helpful. So 37% for faction crypts. Skill number 1, attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 10%. Builds the champion's turn meter equal to the amount the target loses. Yeah, okay, this is great. It's a one-hit attack. If this was an AoE, it would be fantastic for the faction crypts, for the dungeons. For bosses, it's not that great because it's only 10%. 10% is not that great. The boss will take the turn eventually. So anyway, for an A1, it's still good. It can be used for arena also in terms of manipulating the enemy's turn meter. It's a great skill. We don't know how these skills for all champions mentioned so far, we don't know how the skills are progressed with skill books. So maybe we get an increase in the turn meter reduction. We never know. So these are just the basic information we have on these champions. You're probably going to have more information coming soon. Skill number 2, attacks all enemies. 75% chance of placing a 30% decreased speed debuff for 2 turns. Place a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their max HP. Okay, I get it. It's a good AoE. Also applies a debuff, the decreased speed debuff, and a shield on this champion, so protects her. She's already defensive, so I don't know how much damage she'll be doing with that A2. We also don't get the multiplayers or anything, so again, it's a good skill. Nothing great. There's no stun in there. It's just a speed decreased speed debuff. So decreased speed is good, but not, you know, crazy good. And the final skill, guys, places a provoke debuff on the target for 1 turn. Also plays a 50% ally protection on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. Yeah, very good. Applies the provoke debuff on a target. That might be annoying. It's a skill, it's the 3rd skill, the A3, so it's gonna have a cooldown. I hope it's not a long cooldown, but it will be good to have that ally protection. Not very easy to get ally protection on, you know, from heroes. So it will be good. I don't know about the clan boss. She does not seem to have anything for the clan boss. All 3 champions, guys, that I've mentioned so far seem to be aimed at helping you progress through the faction crypts. I think that's where Plarium wants us to focus on right now, to finish the faction crypts. As I said in my video yesterday, the faction crypts completion reward is expected to be September. So I'm guessing either September or October or November. Anyhow, until then, you should focus on your teams and try to beat the faction wars by that time. So yeah, this was the video, guys, talking about these 3 new champions that are coming. Once we get the information, try to get it out as soon as possible. Of course, I have my day job and stuff like that, so I won't release it immediately once I learn it, but I try to get it in the same day. So guys, thanks a lot for watching my video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like down below and comment on which of the 3 champions you liked, so I know your thoughts on these champions. And of course, if you like to catch me live on Twitch, yeah, there's a link in my description of this video for my Twitch page. I also have an Instagram page. I'm trying to build also my Twitter page, but I don't really use Twitter. Just trying to work these things out. So thanks a lot for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.